What contributes to learning for this generation of students? Here are a few suggestions. First, providing transferable and translatable learning experiences is imperative. Make the connection explicit between what students are learning in the classroom and their future practice. This generation may also prefer to learn through case studies and simulation. Think real-life problem solving. Align learning outcomes with real-world industry and creative practices. Generation Z prefers to be self-directed in their learning. They like to learn independently and at their own pace. They favor videos over static content or lectures, and like to think about information independently, then apply what they've learned. They want a model, then to practice it. As such, flipping the classroom with content in videos and in-class application and other hybrid learning environments combining online and face-to-face instruction will appeal to Generation Z students. These students are realistic problem solvers who appreciate honesty, transparency, and authenticity from leaders. Although they are the digital natives and prefer to learn independently, they also value authentic, face-to-face relationships with their peers and instructors. Be transparent and involve them in solving issues. Also, integrating a socially conscious curriculum will speak to their values. This generation lives creativity with purpose, so connecting their passions for social issues gives them a context that matters to apply the knowledge and skills that they are learning. With infinite amounts of information so readily available to them, this generation will need help to critically evaluate what information is credible, useful, and appropriate. Revisit strategies for effectively researching credible information as it relates to your course content. Information literacy is both an academic skill and a life skill. If a student can stay up all night to binge watch a TV program, then binging an assignment also seems possible. While this practice of cramming is not unique to Generation Z, nor is binge watching TV for that matter, the instant gratification of on-demand information, entertainment, and services could contribute to a tendency towards procrastination. Breaking up large assignments into smaller chunks with frequent feedback will allow students to slow down and reflect on their learning. Generation Z overwhelmingly prefers to be self-directed and work independently. They do like to collaborate, but on their own terms. As such, large group discussion may not be the best fit for them. Perhaps instead, use a think, pair, share technique, where students first engage in independent work, then discuss with a peer or small group. In group work, assigned or pre-established roles provide students a level of autonomy and focused attention in collaborative learning environments. Finally, learning occurs both in and outside of the classroom. For Generation Z, flexibility where and how they access knowledge is important to them. Co-curricular options such as internships, assistantships, campus-based leadership, community engagement, one-credit workshops, and online trainings speak to this generation's needs for practical, customizable, and just-in-time learning. Consider how the co-curricular opportunities offered at MCAD can supplement learning in your courses. If you'd like more information, I'd like to direct you to two sources I used for this discussion. First is C. Miller and Grace's 2016 book, Generation Z Goes to College, which showcases findings from an in-depth study of over 1,100 Generation Z college students from 15 U.S. higher education institutions, as well as additional studies from youth, market, and education research related to this generation. The second is Jane Twenge's 2017 book, iGen. You may know of Dr. Twenge's extensive work on the millennial generation, but in this text, the focus is on the role technology plays in shaping Generation Z's behaviors and values. I also provide additional sources in the final slide of this presentation. Now, not every Generation Z students will align with the trends presented here, nor will these strategies for maximizing learning work for every Generation Z student. It is important to recognize and validate the differences among individuals in this group. There will certainly be outliers, and in many ways, MCAD has a tendency to attract those outliers. However, I hope discussing Generation Z in the aggregate has allowed us to better understand what makes these students unique from previous generations and provides insight in how to best engage Generation Z students during their time with us at MCAD. Thank you.